Ahoy there, how you doing today? Isn't it lovely outside? So your question was about library assignment. I'm looking at another monitor. Library assignment number 3, which looks like this. So there's question 1. What's the theme of the project that you did work on or you are working on? Or you can just between you and me, you can arbitrarily pick something. So for example, if I was looking at Star Wars, a theme might be, like, what did Luke do? Um, Overcoming adversity, or challenges to character. You can make up any theme that you have whatsoever, because we're going to go in to the open web, and you can say, who overcame adversity? Who overcame like challenges to a character? So what you can do on the open web for primary and secondary sources is you just go out to the Google, and then when you're here, you can type in interview quote. Let's see if we have someone that talks about overcoming adversity. There's somebody. Can you give me an example? Interview question, how do you cope with adversity? Let's do overcoming adversity, Star Wars. Ooh, there we go. Women who oh no, I want Star Wars, not, I want George Lucas's one. Oh yeah. So I want somebody who was inspired. So maybe somebody that said, oh, when I saw Luke Skywalker when I was a kid, I did this. I love that movie. We're just cruising through the web. Another one that we could do is diary. But you could also think of an example of overcoming adversity. Civil rights protest violence. So there's people that talked about being beaten up. All you're looking for is somebody who says something. We just need a quote from somebody who says something. That might show up in a letter. Let's see. So this is a direct quote. It was 10 o'clock at night, so we went to get something to eat. None of us eaten anything. Integration had come, but what we met was not. The restaurant and the cafeteria stood side by side, but people stared at us. There's your quote. That's a primary source. Somebody who experienced the theme or the idea of what you're looking at. So you can put in the nebulous, or you can put in an exact example. Let's go to the next part of the assignment. So, like, there's any ways you could interpret this. I'm not going to decide what's right and what's wrong. I want you to find something that describes that just out on the open web and find somebody who talks about it. 2B, what's the URL of the source you used? Oops. Oops. All you do is put that in. Copy and paste that in. We don't have to cite it. For the next one, it says go to the guide, which is this. And it says, so here's what we did for the open web. And for the history databases or the rhetoric argument debate, I think the easiest one is to go to the library catalog at the bottom. And we did this in class. It's also the same as going to the Marriott Library Advanced Catalog Search. And do you remember in class where we just typed in rhetoric or argument or debate? If I was looking at a theme, let's see, what did I type in again? Overcoming adversity. I could pick civil rights. I could pick vaccination and COVID. There was a lot of people that they overcame adversity talking about that. For the pro or con, you can decide. But what we're looking for in rhetoric or argument or debate is where people are, instead of looking at those direct quotes, they're kind of analyzing what people are talking about. What are they using as some manifesto? They're just analyzing the text. And so you can grab that typically from the online resource, but sometimes Dale didn't tell you to do this, but you can look for it in the big description. The manifesto, okay, so the manifesto highlighted that the vaccine against COVID for children is effective and safe and represents an extraordinary gift for safeguarding health in younger ones. So that's an example of rhetorical analysis. They're not talking about the pros or the cons, but they're talking about the message itself. That might not be a great example. Moral characteristics predicting. Look for somebody who's doing like an analysis of the debate. And then you can find something like that. Having said that, if you find something, remember to do the citation generator. And we're doing APA. And this is what I would like to be copied for the bottom part of the assignment. That would go right there. Does that help? Does that make sense? As you go, you might run stuck in some ideas and things like that. Just email me. If we were in a classroom situation, it'd be a situation where I could say, oh, maybe try this, or maybe try this, and we would sort it out together. So feel free to keep it going via email. But that's the main points. Have a good one.